Amazon's Reacher reunites Smallville's Kristin Kreuk and Alan Ritchson. Amazon Prime Video's Reacher is now a Smallville reunion of sorts thanks to the addition of Kristin Kreuk. Kreuk, who famously played Lana Lang in the CW series, joins Alan Ritchson, who is Smallville's version of Arthur Curry/Aquaman. Kreuk will play Charlie, a refined former debutante who is living the country club life with her husband Hubble, but who is much tougher than she appears. Also joining the series is Harvey Gillen as a medical examiner named Jasper Willie C., Carpenter as the town barber, Curry Graham as a mysterious longtime resident, and Maxwell Jenkins as a young Reacher. Developed by Nick Santora, Amazon acquired the license to Lee Child's Jack Reacher novel series in July 2019. Santora will serve as the first season's head writer, executive producer, and showrunner, and the first season will adapt the first Jack Reacher novel, The Killing Floor, with Child himself also serving as an executive producer. Child's Jack Reacher series, which includes several novels, novellas, and short stories, has sold over 100 million copies worldwide to date. A Jack Reacher film adaptation was released by Skydance Productions and Paramount Pictures in 2012, and a sequel, titled Jack Reacher Never Go Back, was released 4 years late. Both films starred actor Tom Cruise as the titular ex-Army Military Police Corps officer. Reacher stars Alan Ritchson, Malcolm Godwin, Willa Fitzgerald, Chris Webster, Bruce McGill, Maria Sten, Hugh Thompson, Kristin Kreuk, Harvey Gillen, Willie C., Carpenter, Curry Graham, and Maxwell Jenkins. The series has yet to receive a premiere date. In the ever-expanding world of entertainment, few shows capture the excitement of longtime television fans as much as Amazon's Reacher. This crime thriller, based on the beloved Jack Reacher novels by Lee Child, has already earned its place as a hard-hitting, edge-of-your-seat series with its intricate plots and gritty action sequences. But what truly sparks an extra layer of magic for those who followed television through the early 2000s is the reunion of two beloved Smallville stars, Kristin Kreuk and Alan Ritchson. The return of these two actors, now inhabiting vastly different roles, is a nostalgic journey for fans of the superhero origin story, and it reflects the serendipitous nature of the entertainment industry. A look back at Smallville, the origins of Lana and Aquaman for the uninitiated. Smallville was one of the most popular shows of the early 2000s, serving as a reimagining of Superman's youth. At its heart was Clark Kent's journey of self-discovery, but it was also bolstered by an ensemble of iconic characters, including Kristin Kreuk's Lana Lang and Alan Ritchson's Arthur Curry, otherwise known as Aquaman. Kreuk's portrayal of Lana Lang resonated deeply with fans. Lana, the girl next door and Clark Kent's first love, was more than just a romantic interest. She embodied the emotional core of Smallville's early seasons. Lana's relationship with Clark was a beautifully complex, often melancholic tale, underscored by the burden of secrets and missed opportunities. On the other hand, Alan Ritchson's Aquaman was a bold, charismatic character who appeared later in the series. Though his screen time was limited, Ritchson's version of Arthur Curry became instantly memorable for his confident swagger and ability to command the oceans. His presence in Smallville marked one of the first live-action representations of Aquaman, paving the way for the character's later development in films and TV. It's been over a decade since Smallville went off the air, but the emotional connection that fans feel towards these characters has only deepened with time. That's why the recent reunion of Kristin Kreuk and Alan Ritchson in Reacher has been met with a mix of excitement and nostalgia, as these two actors, now far removed from the world of superheroes, reconnect in a gritty, suspense-driven series. The world of Reacher, a new stage for old friends in Reacher. Alan Ritchson steps into the shoes of Jack Reacher, a former military policeman turned drifter who travels the country solving mysteries, righting wrongs, and doling out justice in his own way. Ritchson's portrayal of Reacher is the epitome of stoic, physical dominance. His character is calm and collected, but not afraid to unleash brutal force when necessary. Kristin Kreuk, who had been absent from major television roles for a while, makes her guest appearance in Reacher, reigniting the spark of her career in a highly anticipated moment. Her character, Charlie, is a far cry from the teenage Lana Lang. In Reacher, she plays a woman caught in the middle of a dangerous conspiracy, with her family's life hanging in the balance. Charlie's fear and vulnerability are palpable, but Kreuk imbues her with a resilience that speaks to the strength of the character she's portraying. In the face of danger, Charlie finds a way to survive, even if it means relying on a stranger like Jack Reacher for help. The reunion between Ritchson and Kreuk in Reacher isn't played as a nod to Smallville, but for fans who watched the two actors share the screen years ago, it carries a nostalgic undercurrent. The juxtaposition of their former characters with their new roles highlights how both actors have grown over the years, professionally and personally. From Smallville to Reacher, the evolution of Kristin Kreuk and Alan Ritchson. Both Kreuk and Ritchson have come a long way since their days in Smallville. For Kreuk, the journey was one of reinvention. After leaving Smallville, she took on a variety of roles, including starring in Beauty and the Beast and Burden of Truth. Each project showcased Kreuk's range as an actress, demonstrating her ability to move beyond the confines of her earlier roles. In Burden of Truth, she played a big city lawyer who returns to her small hometown, a role that allowed Kreuk to explore themes of social justice and personal transformation. Ritchson, on the other hand, has taken a different path. After his turn as Aquaman, he embraced action-heavy roles, leaning into his physicality and charisma. His performances in Titans as Hank Hall, Hawk, and later in the Hunger Games series cemented him as a force to be reckoned with in the action genre. Now, as Jack Reacher, Ritchson has truly come into his own, delivering a performance that is as cerebral as it is physical. His version of Reacher is calculated, methodical, and intense, a perfect fit for the role that fans of the books had long hoped to see brought to life. The serendipity of the reunion. More than just a nostalgic moment, the reunion of Kreuk and Ritchson on Reacher is not just a fleeting moment of nostalgia, it's a testament to the way the entertainment industry brings actors together in unexpected ways. While both have taken very different paths since Smallville, their careers have intersected once again, this time in a show that couldn't be more different from the teenage drama they once starred in. What's striking about this reunion is the maturity and depth both actors bring to their roles in Reacher. While their characters in Smallville were often defined by their youth and emotional turmoil, in Reacher they are fully formed adults, facing life or death situations with a hardened realism that reflects the tone of the series. For fans of Smallville, seeing Kreuk and Ritchson reunite is like catching up with old friends who have gone through their own personal journeys, only to find themselves crossing paths again. It's a reminder of how much time has passed and how much has changed, both in the world of television and in the lives of those who grew up watching shows like Smallville. Conclusion: a reunion worth celebrating. Amazon's Reacher is already a standout series in its own right, with its gripping plot lines and intense performances. But for fans of Smallville, it offers something even more: a chance to witness the reunion of two actors who played a significant part in their television memories. Kristin Kreuk and Alan Ritchson's shared history adds an extra layer of intrigue and satisfaction to their new roles. It's a reunion built on serendipity, one that reminds us of the enduring impact of television and the joy of seeing familiar faces in new, exciting contexts. Amazon's Reacher is already a standout series in its own right, with its gripping plot lines and intense performances. But for fans of Smallville, it offers something even more: a chance to witness the reunion of two actors who played a significant part in their television memories. Kristin Kreuk and Alan Ritchson's shared history adds an extra layer of intrigue and satisfaction to their new roles. It's a reunion built on serendipity, one that reminds us of the enduring impact of television and the joy of seeing familiar faces in new, exciting contexts.